So my name is Keith Aram. I'm the CEO of PCB Productions here in Los Angeles, and we maintain 5 recording studios, predominantly focused on doing video games and high-end new media, as well as film and television projects. To date, we've done about 700 games, including 11 of the Call of Duty games, Spider-Man, Titanfall, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, and every day is a new challenge. We're always working on new production pipelines and new technology and better ways to represent our games to our fans. In the video game industry, a lot of our projects go 2 to 3 years. You're seeing 24 to 36 months as an average development time for a lot of our big AAA video games. And so the amount of content is staggering just in dialogue alone compared to a half-hour television show, which might have like 300 or 400 lines of dialogue. We're averaging 20, 30, 40, 50,000 lines of dialogue per project. So the fidelity in most video games is astronomical. We're recording everything at 24-bit. We're doing a minimum of 48 kilohertz, and the equipment that we need really has to embody these amazing performances that we're getting. So in the studio, we're always looking for the best mics, the best converters, the best way for not only us to capture, but also for our talent to work with, and other systems that make it really good for the entire production team. And so we started working with Apogee years ago. Apogee always made the best converters for Pro Tools, and so that was everyone's sort of introduction into Apogee and realizing that there is this amazing way to capture and convert all your audio and capture that into Pro Tools. One of the things that we really wanted to do was to make sure that we weren't going to compromise the fidelity in studio for our clients to be able to hear things. So we integrated the Duet 3s into our production flow. So as a lot of clients are starting to work on Zoom and other sort of remote software, we'll run all of our recording systems through Pro Tools and other systems directly through the Duets and feed those into Zoom. And that gives us a great, converter that allows us to represent that sound, adjust the volume, and keep the fidelity very, very good for our clients. And that has been just revolutionary because in the past 3 years, we haven't had a single client back in studio. And mainly because we have these development teams all over the world. We have people all over the United States, all over Europe, and all over Asia. And this has really opened up production on a much larger level, and the Duets have allowed us to allow them to hear that with the fidelity that we really want to represent the projects. On the talent side, one of the things that really was a game changer was that the actors weren't going to be able to come back in studio just because of COVID protocols and social distancing, that it wasn't appropriate to have actors in an enclosed studio space. And so one of the things that we did early before COVID really shut everyone down was that we reached out to Apogee and we started a really great partnership to incorporate a lot of Apogee products into our remote rigs. What we did is we purchased some very high-end Pelican cases. Apogee actually helped us with some of the foam inserts so we could actually design something that was very user-friendly. And we put in a very high-end portable machine, either a laptop or an M1 Mac, deliver a microphone, and we'd give them a Duet 3. And the idea was that it was all pre-wired inside of the case. The actors didn't have to do anything other than open up the case and turn it on. And in the front, we've got a microphone connector, we've got a headphone connector, and an Ethernet connector. And that's it. They just plug in 3 cables. We provided them with everything that was there. Everything was sanitized ahead of time and shrink wrapped and delivered to their doorstep. So Apogee was really instrumental in us being able to have this sort of COVID response team where we could send these rigs out to the actors' homes and they could continue to work. And I think we shipped about 60 games during COVID just using our PCB remote rigs. Yeah, the improvements of the Duet 3 versus the Duet 2, we still love our Duet 2s, but the Duet 3s was a noticeable improvement for us and our clients as well, especially when we're working with so many teams remotely. Having that accuracy and that fidelity in the performances and being able to have them hear that remotely was very important for us. And as we put the new Duet 3s into the studios, all of our clients sort of had a noticeable uptick, and they said, oh wow, I can hear things even clearer, and it was even better. And so it was great for our engineers because it was easier for us to control, but it also had a great fidelity increase for our clients. We get asked all the time of how do you get into video games, especially as an actor, how does someone get started? And the number one thing we always say is make a great reel, right? Because a business card or anything else doesn't really represent who you are as an actor, but your reel does. And so we always tell all of our students and anyone who's looking to get into the craft is, be a great actor and get a reel that can just demonstrate your range of acting. And as you have that reel, that will evolve with you as an actor, and over the years as you sort of change your performance style and you learn new techniques, that reel will evolve with you and help represent who you are as an actor.